Hello everyone. Storytelling is an art. It is as old as the planet Earth. There are certain ways by which we can improve and sharpen our storytelling skills. Let me tell you some of these methods in this video. The first method is to expose children to unrelated words. Let me tell you four unrelated words. They are air conditioner, novel, ladder, and ant. And let me come up with an incident based on this, which can be built as a story. Last week, painting work was going on in my house. I wanted to take a novel which I had placed in a shelf in the first floor. As the painting work was going on, I couldn't climb the staircase. Instead, I used a ladder to reach out to the first floor. I went to the first floor, took the novel, and as I was coming down, as I was descending down the ladder, an ant from the ceiling suddenly fell on my forehead. And due to the shock, I lost my balance. I fell off the ladder. And eventually, I landed on an air conditioner. So, in this scenario, I was able to come up with an incident based on four unrelated words. These are some tasks which will really improve and sharpen your creativity. Another thing which you can try is called twist in the tail. Twist in the tail refers to a story which has a suspense when the climax is nearing. The third activity which you can take up is a story based on a theme. Let me give you a theme. The theme is keys to happiness. Once one of my students came up with the story goes like this. The theme was keys to happiness. Once there lived 50 children in an apartment in Chennai. It was a spacious apartment. It had gymnasium, spacious car parking, everything, but it didn't have a mini auditorium. One day, parents decided to start building an auditorium. They collected money and they kept this as a secret project. When children inquired the parents, they kept telling the children that a dispensary was coming up. Therefore, the children didn't show much interest. And finally, when the auditorium was built, it was inaugurated on 14th of November, which happens to be the Children's Day. A child was asked to cut the ribbon and inaugurate the auditorium. And when children saw the newly built auditorium, their joy knew no bounds. So this was a story which I heard from a student on the theme Keys to Happiness. Thematic story writing is an art. These type of stories can be used whether you are addressing your students in a classroom or as a workshop leader. If you address the teachers, these stories can be used as case studies. And also, if you are a motivation speaker or if you are addressing employees in a company, in a corporate sector, these stories can be used. Remember, people have a craving for